So a couple of weeks ago, 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan said he was in a little bit of a funk. He was in a rut when it came to calling plays. And as we saw on Monday night, that was no longer the case. 18 plays, 93 yards, 11 minutes and 3 seconds. Just smash mouth, domination, and it was really just a masterpiece of play calling from Shanahan. So we're going to go through the 49ers first drive. Not going to go through every play, but we're going to go through the critical ones and just how creative Shanahan got. Let's start with the very first one right here. All right, so first play of the game, 49ers are going to run what they call Zorro, which is essentially any sort of toss or outside zone. What Shanahan did more than I've ever seen this season was he was running these toss outside zone plays, these stretch plays into the boundary. Also, he was using this guy, Deebo Samuel, as a lead blocker, which he does here. So we'll just run through it, and you can kind of see how this type of mentality helps because we're going to watch Deebo from the end zone view. He gets a good block. I wish we saw more of Jalen Moore just during the game. This guy, right tackle, rookie. He looks really athletic here. Just seeing him find work, working his way to the second level there. Nothing flashy on this play, but as you can see, the execution, Deebo Samuel's lead blocker, gets into the hip right there, widens Leonard Floyd out. Not a big play, but it kind of sets the tone for how this first drive was going to go. All right, I've said this a few times on this channel. One of the things that makes Shanahan an elite play caller is he comes right back to the same play if it works. So, second play of the game, what do the 49ers do? They run Zorro again. This time, it's just dressed up as a different formation. So, they are in 11 personnel, which is what they started with and what they pretty much finished this drive with all throughout the drive. We didn't see a lot of Kyle Juszczyk. We instead saw Jauan Jennings. We saw Jeff Wilson now in running back. So, Deebo's going to motion to the backfield, and they're going to run Zorro again to the outside. This time, they are going to motion Jeff Wilson across, and he is going to be the lead blocker instead of Deebo Samuel. So there's the motion. They're going to shift to it, get set, and you can see Jeff Wilson coming in motion there. Again, kicking out the defensive end, gets to his hip. Another positive play. That's creativity right there. That is nice. That is some good wrinkles. Let's watch the right side of the line. So, I mean, it helps when you have this guy being able to kick out a defensive end. That was a nice block by Jeff Wilson right there. Again, none of these are going to be flashy. We're not going to have 20, 30-yard runs in this breakdown, but you do see some really good execution. And again, there's Jalen Moore, which I wish we got to see him play a full series, or not a full series, but just a full game. He was really athletic, promising. They get a good double there. Good movement all around. And Jauan Jennings was also very good on this drive. Big-bodied receiver. He's able to just cut guys off there. Again, good execution. Another big part of the 49ers running game is just the eye candy that they have going on right in front of the linebackers. So they are going to run what's called split zone, and we're going to see motion, Jauan Jennings, and this is just kind of the dummy. This is kind of what they want him to fall for. By motioning Jauan Jennings across the formation, they don't have to block the linebacker because the motion takes care of him, takes him outside of the box. What you get with that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then essentially 6 guys in the box. That is a light box. The 49ers are going to run the ball into an 8-man box, 9-man box, which they've done this year. So when you get 6 guys in the box, they will take those numbers all day. So Jennings is going to come across the formation and essentially hold the linebacker. Split zone means they are not going to block the edge rusher. And Deebo Samuel is going to come across and he's going to be the guy who's responsible. Everybody else is going to step this way, block zone. Jeff Wilson is going to have a nice running lane here up the middle. As you can see, works out really well. Love Jeff Wilson's ability just to get north and south right away. He's a very tough runner. He's a physical runner. But I think he has really good vision as well. Let's take a look from the end zone view, what we see. Again, you can see 51 just kind of take himself out of the play because he has to honor the motion. He has to respect that. Again, nothing too flashy, nothing fancy. They get Aaron Donald down the line here. Good play. All right, so this is the first play of the drive where the 49ers really didn't have any success. They're just going to run a slip screen to Brandon Ayuk. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 on 1, 2, 3. The numbers aren't there. Probably want to check out of this if you're Jimmy Garoppolo or run the ball, do anything else, but it doesn't work, and that's fine. The issue with this and the issue with just running the ball on early downs, so the 49ers had 18 first downs in this game. They ran the ball 17 times. When you do that, you are putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to complete passes on third down, to be efficient on third down. Thankfully, Jimmy was in this game, and I think a lot of that was just due to the 49ers having success on first down. But let's check out their third down play right here. All right, so first third down of the game. This is why you pay Jimmy Garoppolo. This is why you play Jimmy Garoppolo. So the Rams are going to be in man coverage. So here, let's actually let it play out. So they're going to go in motion. They're going to send Juwan Jennings in motion. Ramsey goes with him. That is an indicator that they are in man coverage. What the Rams are going to do here, so they love to run these creepers, simulated pressures on third down. So 3rd and 5. By that I mean a creeper is, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a blitz, it's a simulated pressure. Why is that? Because their edge rusher is going to fall off into man coverage. And why defenses do this, it's just a way to, again, simulate the pressure. It's in the name, and kind of mess with the OL rules, the offensive line guys up front, because they're not expecting him to blitz. They're probably not going to account for that. He falls off. The issue with that is because he falls off, he has to guard George Kittle one-on-one. And Shanahan, knowing the tendencies of the Rams, know that they like to run this on third downs, know that they are probably going to drop off an edge rusher to the to the strength of the formation. You have to run Debo off, who is going to be guarded by the number one cornerback. And in most defenses, when you are running this type of coverage, if number 2 goes vertical, which happens to be him right here, if number 2 goes vertical, Jalen Ramsey's going to have to carry him. All you're doing there is clearing him out. So clear out. And by that, you have all the space in the world for George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the NFL, guarded by a defensive lineman. No matter how athletic Leonard Floyd is, which he's one of the most athletic defensive linemen in the league, he's not going to be able to stay with George Kittle. Not with this type of space. So you'll be able to see it all play out. Really good design by Shanahan to beat their simulated pressure. Jimmy does a really good job all game of just playing on time, knowing where to go with the football, and you see that play itself out here. I mean, there's no complaints here. Offensive line does a good job. Jimmy knows where to go with the ball. It's out on time. Kittle breaks the tackle, which he does. After the catch, moves the chains. First down. A lot to like here. So another first down run. Again, Zorro, so toss, to the weak side, to the boundary. This play doesn't work. And the irony of this play, and really just the first drive, is when they were in 21 personnel, meaning 2 running backs, tight end, 2 wide receivers, when Kyle Juszczyk was in the game on the first drive, the 49ers really didn't have success. Throughout Kyle Shanahan's tenure, they are at their best when 44 is on the field. For whatever reason, that wasn't the case. When the 49ers were in 21 personnel, they had trouble running the ball on the Rams. Why? So if you saw last play, they were in like a 5-2 front. Now, the 49ers are in 11 personnel, which is when they move the ball. So Debo, Juwan Jennings, Kittle, Jeff Wilson, Brandon Ayuk. So they're in 11 personnel, knowing that they have 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers, 1 running back. You're not going to be able to run a 5-2 against this front. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. So essentially you take out that extra lineman, defensive lineman, and add a defensive back. That was not beneficial for the Rams. So they're going to run, again, split zone here. They're going to motion Debo in the backfield, who honestly might be their best running back, which is pretty weird to say, but he's that special. So Debo motion in the backfield. Jeff Wilson right here is going to go in motion. And what does that mean? Split zone. So we've seen this already on the drive. Debo does Debo things, runs through an arm tackle from Aaron Donald. We talked about before the game that Aaron Donald's going to make plays. There's no way around that. The 49ers had to find ways to overcome that. This is one of those plays where one of your best players just runs through an arm tackle from their best player. So again, Jeff Wilson's going to come across the formation. They're all going to step this way and run zone. He is going to kick out Leonard Floyd. Just in case Debo has a cutback, you can see here that Aaron Donald beats his guy with a nice arm over, but can't wrap up because Debo just moves so fast with so much force. Positive play. You can be creative. You can run the ball when you can, just dress up your formations differently like this. I really, really loved the game plan to open up. So the cat and mouse, the chess moves on this drive from both teams were really fun to watch. So the 49ers, now they are in 12 personnel. So I fast forwarded 3 plays. So the Rams jumped off sides. There was a run by the 49ers that really didn't go anywhere. They ran power. They ran a different scheme, but the Rams defended it well. And then 3rd and 1, Jimmy G sneaks for the first down. So here's the first down after all that. Now 12 personnel. No George Kittle, Ross Dwelly, Charlie Warner, no Brandon Ayuk, Travis Benjamin, Deebo Samuel going in motion as the lead blocker. That's what you can do with just kind of a chess piece like this. I guess he would be the queen on the chessboard. So let's watch the play out. So knowing that the 49ers are in 12 personnel, what do the Rams do? They do something that they haven't done all game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 6-man front, 6-1. So they were having troubles having their linebackers come up and make a play. So what do? They make sure that all of the linemen are covered so him, or even him can come free and make a play. So here we go. Let's see the play. Again, Zorro, so toss to the left to the boundary, and it doesn't work out. That's because the Rams adjusted. And really, Alex Mack, you'll see from this angle, Alex Mack just kind of overruns the play. He's supposed to be right here. He's right here. 50 on 50. Overruns him. He makes a play. Again, nothing really doing for the 49ers. Nothing really going right there for the 49ers. But just it's really fun, just as a football nerd, to watch these guys go against each other like this. So whether it's Raheem Morris and Kyle Shanahan. Morris got the best of Shanahan on this play, though. All right, so if you are going to run the ball as much as the 49ers did, especially on the first drive, you have to be able to convert on 3rd down. So here we go, 3rd and 5. It's essentially the same passing concept as the last play. It's just different routes. So this time, instead of the inside guy running off, he's going to run 5 and in. This time, instead of number 2 running 5 and in, he's going to be the guy who runs off, clears out. Deebo Samuel to the bottom of the screen, goes 5 and in. He's open. All of the talk about the separation struggles from the wide receivers, they did not exist in this game. So first things first, Brandon Ayuk, who's not going to be the right read because you're not going to throw a 15-yard comeback against the Rams. But watch Ayuk get open, leaves the cornerback in the dust. Cornerback falls a little bit. Let's go back to George Kittle, who all he has to do is cross this linebacker's face. He does a nice job of setting him up with a head fake to the outside. Cross his face, easy peasy, first down. Deebo did a good job. Let's go to the right tackle. You have to be able to anchor to be a good player in this league. So you can't just be an athlete. You can't just get out in space and make plays. Watch Jalen Moore hold up against Leonard Floyd here as he tries to bull rush him. I thought that was really impressive. So here it is. Holds. He doesn't give any ground. I like that. I really, really like that. Again, good job from the offensive line all around. Good job by Jimmy getting the ball out of his hands. Throw it to your best players, man. You will never go wrong by throwing the ball to Samuel, Kittle, or Ayuk. Play 14 of the drive. Deebo Samuel, running back. Jeff Wilson, running back. Fullback, lead blocker. So they're going to run Zorro, again, to the boundary, even though the NFL hashes are so close. But this is into the boundary. George Kittle, Juwan Jennings. On this play, every Rams defensive lineman ends up on the ground. That means you have a free access run, free alley, and Deebo Samuel is one-on-one with a cornerback. He is going to win that matchup every day of the week. Let's watch from the end zone view just to see how well this play was blocked up. So, going to motion Deebo into the backfield. Trent Williams, who, is it even impressive anymore? It's almost expected for him to bully a guy into the ground, which he does right there. Kittle does a good job of kicking Von Miller out. And I would probably so Jeff Wilson has to take the first threat no matter what. I think that because Kittle had him sealed, Wilson should climb to the second level and take care of this corner. They might score if they do, but Wilson has to take the first threat. So I don't have a problem with him thinking that maybe Miller makes that play. Across the board, though, you see Tomlinson, you see Mack, you see Brunskill. Everybody is on the ground. Everybody does their job. Just this play pretty much sums up how dominant, how physical the 49ers were in this game to the Rams. Seemingly every play, man. Really impressive performance. And this play is a big reason. This play illustrates how the rest of the game went. So Shanahan and Mike McDaniel really reached into their bag on this first drive. So I've said they've ran Zorro like 5-6 times by now. So now what they do is instead of running Zorro, instead of running that outside toss, outside zone play, they're going to toss the ball to Jeff Wilson, and they're going to have Deebo Samuel run in motion, come across the formation, and instead of Wilson bouncing it out, he runs what LSU did with Leonard Fournette, Darius guys a few years back, where they'd run the toss and cut it back. Kittle serves as the lead blocker now. Which way do you go? So same front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, trying to protect this guy to keep him clean. And it really just doesn't work because he sees a motion, he gets caught in no man's land. Now Laken Tomlinson is able to climb to the second level and grab and block him. So he should never be able to block this linebacker. I would be heated if I was a DC and that happened. But again, all of the moving parts, he has no idea where to go based on where the motion goes, reading his keys. Again, not a flashy play, not a big play, but a great changeup, a great curveball to what they've been doing the entire time. Brandon Ayuk, who actually played very well and had some good blocks, he just whiffs here, and his guy makes a tackle. But, I mean, the changeup there was just excellent from the 49ers. Play 16 of the drive, which I hope that I get to say this every week. All right, so they're going to run Zorro, again, the toss play. He's been getting his butt kicked this entire drive. When that happens, you overcompensate. You're going to see the linebacker try to beat the running back to the sideline. When you over-pursue, you create massive cutback lanes, and that's exactly what happens. So the 49ers do a good job of sealing, and who's not going to take this lane? Look at this. The play doesn't go for as many yards as I imagine they would like, but that type of running lane, yeah, you're going to have success all night when that's the case. But when you have these type of running plays, when you have that much success, it affects the defense. I never want to hear anybody say that running the ball doesn't matter. On this play, as always, Trent Williams, Greg Kittle, ESPN, George Kittle, kick their guys out. Charlie Warner gets into the action a little bit. Just another impressive play. Nothing really to show here other than Jalen Moore. Welcome to the NFL. This is the best player in the NFL, and this is what it's going to be like when you play the Rams. You have to block Aaron Donald one-on-one, and as you can see, it's not fun. It sucks, actually. He does this to everybody. 3rd and long. All right, we're approaching 11 minutes on the drive. It's 3rd and 6. This drive would have felt worthless, pointless, whatever word you want to come up with if the 49ers don't score a touchdown here. So they're in 11 personnel. They have their 3rd down back, Kyle Juszczyk, Brandon Ayuk in the slot, which I love, especially on 3rd down. George Kittle in the slot, Juwan Jennings, Deebo Samuel. So empty formation, and I thought Jimmy had a really good process here. So he's going to look to the backside slant, the backside lookie to your best guy. Why wouldn't you? He doesn't like what he sees and instantly gets his eyes to the strong side, loves what he sees, gets rid of the ball, puts it high and only where Kittle can make a play. Touchdown. So let's walk through the play here. The Rams don't blitz. The Rams play coverage. That allows Jimmy to kind of go through the progressions, as you're going to see here, the route combination. So Deebo's to the bottom of the screen. He's going to run up and settle down, run a spot. Jennings is going to come up, out, and then he ends up turning it up. Kittle's just going to run a corner route. The spacing here really messes with the Rams and their coverage principles. So you can see their 2 defenders right here. They're caught in no man's land. Essentially, with what the spacing does is it leaves Kittle one-on-one. Like, the goal of your passing concepts are to get your best players in one-on-one situations. That's what happens here. I love where Jimmy throws it high and kind of away from this incoming defender. Looks left. Nope. Looks back right. Gets rid of it quick. Puts it high. So if this pass, like if Kittle can't get to this pass, it's either a PI because he has to go up and get it, or it's an incomplete pass, and you do kick a field goal. So it's really the best case scenario all around. Again, good job from the offensive line here to kind of handle the Rams pass rush. As good as it gets right there. And that'll do it. I hope we see more of these drives. And I think even more impressive on this drive is the 49ers answered with another 8-minute drive march the field, touchdown. I thought the biggest play of the game was going for it on fourth down. The game was probably out of reach, but that type of step on their throat, kick them while they're down, go for the kill mentality is what your players feed off of. Hopefully, they kind of take what they did on offense and then kind of turn that into confidence moving forward, because the last play schedule will really benefit the 49ers. And who knows, man? We could be talking about a playoff appearance sooner than later. So great job from Kyle Shanahan to bounce back. Thought the execution was great all around. Jimmy played well. This is what happens when Kittle and Ayuk don't fumble. This is what happens when you don't have Debo dropping passes. When they play at this level, this is what we expected the 49ers to look like before the season. Took a while to get there. Hopefully this is not the last time we see it. It's easy to get up for the Rams. Let's see them now stack performances together. Do it against the Jaguars. Do it against the Falcons. If we see that, I think they can really build some momentum and roll off a few wins here.